A quick video here about CSS Combinators, which are a way to select elements within an HTML page, but with a little bit of a flair, a little bit of a twist. They're a little more complex than just your basic selectors. They're ways to select elements within elements, things that are nested within each other, things that are next to each other. A lot of crazy cool things that you can do with combinators, so I'm going to explain those. And just a real quick thing to explain about how selectors work. Selector in CSS is basically what is telling the HTML that it's going to be styling. So this is for the class container. So it's on HTML, it's looking for anything with the class container, and it's going to add this styling to it. Same with IDs. This is the ID subcontainer, which you use IDs for like unique items on the page. I'm not going to get too much into like those selectors, but just that's how that works. Looking for the ID, going to do these things to it. Then you also just have selectors for elements. So we've got these H1 selector, comma P selector. So it's going to do this for H1s and Ps. It's going to set the font family and all that stuff. So just to dive right in with a basic selector here, and then we'll expand on that into some combinators. We're going to style some divs. And so just so you can see how this HTML page is set up, I've got the body of my HTML here. This first div has a class container, so it's this pink thing here. Inside that is a heading, inside and just below that is a paragraph. Then within this container, I've got the ID subcontainer, which is this white one here. And within the subcontainer, we've got this paragraph right here. And then within that paragraph, I've added this section, just so it's not a div, it's a section within a div. And then it's a paragraph within a section, so that's this one here. Then it closes the div, closes the main container, and then underneath this, underneath all these divs, is just two floating paragraphs right down there. So they're not a part of that div, they're not contained in that div, they're just underneath it. Let's dive right in and see how these will work. So if I was just going to style everything that's within a div, I would just add the selector div, and then within the brackets, I would do color, and let's say blue is going to be our font color. And when I refresh, you can see anything that's within a div now has the font color blue. And you can see it's all changed in there. So these are not within a div, so they were not affected, but it affected any font. You know, it's a heading, paragraph, doesn't matter. It's all changed to blue. Now we could also do div comma p like above. And what that would do, that's known as a grouping selector. So this is adding styling to any divs, and it's also selecting any P within any paragraphs within HTML. I can't help but laugh when I say any P. And so that's called a grouping selector, so that's what that is, and this one. And if you delete that and just have a space, this is where things start to get interesting. This is our first combinator, and this is called a Descendant Combinator. And what this is doing is selecting any paragraphs that are within a div. And so you can see it's changing the font color within the div, but it didn't affect the heading. It didn't affect the H1. It only affected paragraphs within the div. So this is handy, you know, if you just want to affect the font color within a div and not any other text within a div. It also works with classes. You know, if I did that, you know, .class, it would do the class as that selector within that div. I didn't set any of those up, but I'm just keeping it basic with paragraph here. The next one is called the child selector, and it's the greater than sign right in between your div and then the child. So this is the parent, this is the child, and how that's different than the descendant one, you'll see, is that it only selected this one here. And so if you think about, you know, like your descendants, like if you know, you think about your grandpa, you are a descendant of your grandpa, but you're not a child. You're not your grandpa's child. You're your grandfather's son's son or daughter, you know, or whatever. And so you are a direct descendant of your grandfather, but you are not your grandfather's child. And so that's the difference between the descendant selector, which is this one, which selects all the descendants within a div, and the child selector. And the reason that it doesn't select this bottom one is because it's technically in this section. It's not within that div directly. And so this P, this paragraph, is directly within a div. This paragraph is directly within a div. So it's gotten both of those. But this one is not directly within a div. It's a descendant because it's, you know, it's a grandchild of, you know, this div. But it's not a direct child. So that's why that one was not selected. Now, getting away from descendants and children, we also have siblings within CSS. And so there are two sibling selectors also. So you can do a plus sign, and this is what's known as the adjacent sibling selector. And this is where they start to get pretty funky. And you can see it didn't actually change any of the paragraphs within the div. It just changed the paragraphs directly next to the div. And so it's any paragraph that's immediately following any div. And so since this paragraph right here is adjacent to a div, it's changed to blue. And you can see when it moved on to this next paragraph, this one was not affected. It did not change that one to blue. So this is the this is an adjacent sibling to a div. And the last one is known as a general sibling selector, and that's the little tilde, the little squiggly boy. If you throw them on there, this is called the general sibling selector, and it's just any sibling following a div. You know, at any point, if it's after a div, it's gonna turn blue. And I could have even put, you know, some other things in here. Let's copy and paste this section, for example. Put it down here, and let's see what that does. So that stays black because it's not within a div. It's not, you know, a sibling of a div. But if we put this down here, this is a paragraph that's still technically a sibling of these. It's still following a div. So that's how the general sibling selector works, is that any you know, element that you put in here in this selector that's going to come after one of those is going to be blue from that point on, even if it has to go around another element like this one did. And so that's different, again, from the adjacent sibling selector, which is only selecting siblings that are directly after that one. All right, so that's CSS Combinators for you. Thanks for watching.